Hi everyone. Hi everyone. Welcome to practice. Welcome to practice. Come on in. Settle in. Find a comfortable seat. We're just going to do a comfortable, gentle practice. Hopefully this will go well. At the very last minute, I decided to change my setup. As you can see, my microphone here. I usually don't do that, and I'm afraid the setup is a bit rickety, so hopefully it will be fine. And actually, that flows really nicely into the theme and the message for today's practice, whenever you're listening. Um, So come on, if you're here with me live, or if you're listening to this at a recorded session, come on in, get settled in, get comfortable, grab a blanket, grab some pillows, whatever it is you need to be comfortable, some water, a journal. We're going to be practicing mindfulness tonight, so you can take whatever position is most comfortable for you. Um, as you can see, we're diving right on in. So, as you're getting settled, I want to tell you a little bit about the inspiration for tonight's practice. So the the theme is going to be um, taking on the mindset of a novice, right? Allowing ourselves to be a novice, right? So my first inspiration for this came earlier in the week when I was in dance class. My second choreographed hip hop dance class. Um, anyway, the class was for intermediate advanced students. I am not yet intermediate nor advanced. And I had to keep reminding myself in that class, one, why I was there, which was to have fun, to enjoy myself, to move my body. I wanted to do dance for a really long time, this kind of dance in particular. So I'm there for me to have fun. So there's that. That's the foundation. And the other thing I needed to remind myself is it's okay to be a novice. It's okay to not be at the level as every other person in this room, right? It is okay. And I rarely choose or prefer to use the good bad dichotomy in language when we're describing our performance around things. I always believe in more growth and doing better and learning and moving forward and all of these things. I don't always find it helpful to put the labels of good and bad. They're subjective. They're not always helpful, right? In some cases, sure. In any case, as I'm in dance class, it's simple, it's easy. And so I find myself saying, even to others in the room, I'm just going to let myself be bad until I'm good. I'm bad until I'm good. And truly letting the connotation of bad and good fall away and just let it be. Just let it be. And so that is the space I invite us in tonight. The other example is this microphone, right? It is on a rickety, you guys can't see this. This is the beauty of the internet. It's on a rickety cardboard box, y'all. Rickety, this is my dad's slipper box. Okay? So it is going to be bad until it is good. It is going to be bad until it is good. It is going to be new until it is proficient. It is going to be rickety until it is stable, right? And letting that be okay because that's what it is. And by dropping the resistance to what is, we sink into the now, we allow the now, we learn from the now, we grow from the now, we heal in the now. Okay. So I invite you, if you are a novice to mindfulness practice, like even I consider myself to still be, where It might feel like it's hard or you're bad or it's a struggle to do mindfulness. I invite you to bring that mindset of being a novice. Allow yourself into that space. Allow this to be part of your journey, right? You don't have to be proficient. And the interesting thing about mindfulness, right? A little different maybe than dance class, right? Because there really is a difference between a beginner dancer and one who really knows the skill, right? And my rickety shoebox that my microphone is sitting on and an actual robust setup. There's a difference between those things, right? When you embrace the novice attitude and mindset and bring that to mindfulness, what you really are doing is you are allowing yourself then to just practice. And the beauty of that is that that is exactly what mindfulness is. So by allowing yourself to be a novice, you find that you're already proficient. So with that was quite the spiel. And I know people are trickling in. You can, if you're interested, you can go back and watch my whole beautiful, inspiring discussion. um, Otherwise, we'll just sink into practice. Welcome on in. Feel free to hop in the chat. We're just going to get started now. So still some time to jump on in as we're getting started. So finding a comfortable seat. I'm going to take my socks off because I'm warm. And actually, I'm going to scoot up my chair too. See, allow yourself to make all the adjustments. You don't have to get it right the very first time. All right, settling in. Ugh, all the adjustments, all of them. Get comfortable. Sit, lay down, whatever feels good to you. As you're settling in, letting your hands fall into a neutral position, gently resting in your lap or at your sides. And maybe even before you close your eyes, just sinking in to the surface beneath you, right? So for me, it's my chair. For you, it might be the couch or the bed or a cushion, the ground. And just let yourself sit in the chair. I know sometimes when I'm sitting in a chair, especially during the day, I kind of perch, right? I'm using a lot of muscles to maybe hold myself up and maybe be tense. My shoulders tend to follow. So let yourself just sit in the chair. And when you're ready, gently closing your eyes if that's comfortable for you. And embracing this novice mindset. Not yet attending to anything in particular. Maybe just noticing what's going on as you settle into your seat and rest your hands and close your eyes. What's happening in the internal landscape? Just tuning in. Not trying to adjust or change anything or put our focus in one place. Just attending to our inner landscape, our thoughts, our feelings, sensations in the body. Just tuning in to What's going on? What is your experience in this moment? Becoming aware of all of these internal stimuli is a first step of mindful practice. Already, you're more aware of what you're experiencing in this moment, attentive to what actually is. And then when you're ready, I'm going to invite you to choose. Choose where you would like to place your attention as your anchor for your mindfulness practice. The anchor gives us a baseline so that we can practice, so that we can become aware of when our attention leaves the anchor, become aware of what it is that pulled us away, and then choose, perhaps inviting that thought, that sensation to drift away as we bring our attention back to our anchor. So I'm going to invite you to choose your anchor. For a lot of us, this is our breath. Sometimes I like to choose the surface beneath me that I'm sitting on and focus there. It can be an object in the room if you'd like to keep your eyes open. It can be another part of your body, anywhere you like. Viktor Frankl says, between stimulus and response, there is a space. In that space, we have our power to choose our response. And in our response is our freedom and our growth. So as you find your anchor, and again, inviting the novice mindset, it might feel uncomfortable to not be given the instruction of what specifically to choose as your anchor. I invite you to release that apprehension and allow yourself to choose. There is no one right answer. You can choose again and again. Try things out as a beginner would. Try this anchor and then that. And coming fully into our mindfulness practice, simply becoming more and more aware of our anchor. Fully attending to your experience of your anchor. I invite you to use all of your sensations: smell, touch, taste, sight, sound, as feels right and appropriate to you. Just bringing your attention as if shining a flashlight on your anchor. An anchor, of course, is not needed if the boat were going to stay still on its own. But of course, it cannot, and we would not expect it to, as it flows in the waves. So too, allow your thoughts, your sensations, as the waves buffeting your anchor. Acknowledge them, allow them, and then come back to stillness as you focus on your anchor. Coming back to your anchor as many times as you need, knowing that that is the practice. Continuing on with the analogy of the boat, of course, we know that a boat that cannot float and flow with the waves is quite useless. In fact, this is what it is designed to do. So too, humans without thoughts and emotions this is what we are designed to experience. So we have gratitude for our thoughts and our emotions as they arise. Mindfulness helps us to become aware of them because so often we're not. And as we become aware, We have the power to choose how we want to respond to those thoughts and emotions, and we become empowered. This is what the practice of mindfulness strengthens for us. So allow the practice. Allow the mindset of a novice, returning over and over again in the cycle, becoming aware and then anchoring in, becoming aware and then anchoring in. We'll take a somewhat extended period of silence here, just a few minutes. Allow the practice to unfold, becoming aware of your thoughts, your emotions, bodily sensations, and then anchoring back in. Staying with the practice. Coming back to your anchor. On your next in-breath, becoming aware, allowing your anchor to become your shoulders, bringing your attention to your shoulders, and allowing on the out-breath a release to relax your shoulders. Take a few breaths, the in-breath becoming aware, the out-breath relaxing them. As many as you need. And when you're ready, settling your attention on the breath here. Maybe noticing that your shoulders were actually quite relaxed already. Or perhaps during practice, the shoulders crept up and tightened, allowing them to simply release without judgment. Becoming curious, perhaps, at the fact that all of the other thoughts and emotions that we became aware of during practice, perhaps did we notice the tension increase in our shoulders? Or did we notice that our shoulders were relaxed? The human experience is a very rich one. There is so much to notice all the time. Just allowing that to be. There is no should. All the shoulds you should be paying attention to. There is no guilt. There is no worry. It's just allowing the human experience that you are living to be rich. And perhaps even inviting a sense of gratitude for all that we have at our fingertips to become aware of, to become grateful for. And so here, as we come to the end of practice, bringing a mindset of gratitude, repeating these phrases louder to yourself. I am grateful for this moment. I am grateful for this breath. And perhaps even bringing your hands to your heart if that feels right for you. I am grateful that I showed up to practice tonight. And just take a few breaths here. Perhaps even bringing a slight smile to your face. Acknowledging anything that comes up there. And when you're ready, wiggling your fingers, wiggling your toes, stretching if you need to stretch. I always do. A big hug if you need it. You probably do. We all do. More hugs. And when you're ready, coming back into the room where we started. So I would love to know how that practice was for you. Gentle mindfulness. And I invite you to take this with you. Take the mindset of a novice with you and allow yourself to be at whatever stage you are in practice here, in work, in play, in dance class, maybe art. This is the new year, right? So folks are picking up a lot of new things that maybe they haven't done in a long time. that maybe they don't do as often as they're trying to do now. Maybe it's something totally brand new. And we get the sense that we all want to be really good at these things really fast, right? Um, and so I invite you to let yourself take the journey. Be proud of yourself for starting and allow yourself to be in this space where you're new, because you're not going to have that forever. And it is a sweet and a tender and a joyful and sometimes a challenging and huge learning opportunity in space. So, again, coming back to that richness, right? The proficient space has its own joys and challenges and benefits and all of these things, but the novice space has all of that too. So, allow yourself as you go into this new year to be a novice until you're not. So until next time, and we are still doing this every week. So I would love to see you here. Same time, same place, Thursdays at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Every Thursday. So I think I said Thursday twice. Anyway, have a great rest of your day wherever you are. And I cannot wait to see you next time. All my light and love. Bye. I haven't thought about how I'm going to end the stream with my rickety new setup. So, bye.